Hello again, Bible lovers. Got another Bible review. This Bible I've been wanting one of these for a long time. Ever since they announced the production this time last year, I wanted one of these. Now, I got this Bible through a trade for a rebind, and really, since I don't spend a lot of money on Bibles. Most of my acquisitions come in the form of a trade, or either they're sent to me via publisher or something like that. So I'm about 6 months late on the review for this Thinline Quentel from Schuyler. Okay, so they came out. I think they came out in January this year, I believe, maybe December. But I'm about 6 months late, and that's okay. I don't mind being a little late, but most of you guys, if you're wanting one, you probably already have one, or you're waiting like me on a chance to get one for a little better price. So anyway, my first reaction to this Bible is this might be the best NASB as far as all around use. This might be the best NASB that I've ever handled. That isn't a rebind. That's custom done and whatnot. This is a Bible produced in I wouldn't say mass quantities, but it's a Bible produced and not really custom done for the customer. So barring a custom rebind, this might be one of the best NASB Bibles I've ever seen. So anyway, it comes in this nice box. You can see the Thinline Quentel. This is in black goatskin. Jerusalem cross on the top of the box. On the other side it says Schuyler Bibles, as are all of their Bibles. And now the cover is a black goatskin, but this goatskin is way more grainy than any of the other Schuyler Bibles I've ever held. And maybe it's just this Bible, or maybe it's all of the Thinlines. Maybe they used a grainier goatskin than they had in previous years and previous productions. I'll show you some of my other Schuylers. Just looking at the cover, excuse me. These are all printed and bound by Youngblood. This is my ESV PSQ. It's more of a finer grain goatskin, not as deep grain. It's really nice, really nice. Same as my first edition ESV red. It has the same goatskin like the PSQ. You can see it's been used. It's the Jerusalem cross is actually wearing off of it, but it's not as deep of a grain as this Thinline is. It's really nice. I mean, it's really nice. And I've owned the brick, the 45 GSM. It's about twice as thick as this. Not as nice of a goatskin on the cover. The brick actually has a synthetic liner. It has some crinkle in the gutter. Now it does have that amazing paper, but this is way more portable, and I think it has a nicer cover than the brick. And it has the raised ribs on the spine. I love the raised ribs. I mean, I love them, and I think they do a really nice job. The nice deep impression of the Jerusalem cross on the cover, and this being such a deep grain goatskin, it seems that it's a little deeper on this edition than on like this PSQ, since that grain's not as deep. The Jerusalem cross is a little flatter, but it's not quite as deep as on this thin line. You have the perimeter stitching. You have the standard 9mm yap, which I don't know why they don't add a little bit more yap. This might be the perfect Bible with a little more yap. But it's amazing, amazing. When you open it up, you've got the a little bit thicker calfskin liner. You see the goatskin leather cover printed in, the gilt line going all the way around the perimeter, and it's tabbed in right here on the front and the back. Other side of, obviously, now granted, this is art gilded, but it does have a few spots on the art gilding. Like I said, this was a trade, and that was accounted into the trade. Now, brand new, these are going for $195 on Evangelical Bible. Some kind of a little bit of wear and something like that would probably diminish the value at least by $50 or $60. Because it's not brand new, and it's for a collector, that might be a deal breaker. For me, I'm going to use this Bible and love it, so it wasn't a big deal for me. So it was a really nice acquisition for me. It comes with these three. They're not really long ribbons, but they're not really short ribbons. These 10mm Beresford Navy ribbons. You have your white head and tail band there. Now let me get to the title page. You have some cardstock. You have your title page. You have a presentation page here as well, right there. You have your title page and your publication page on the back side of the second title page. And we'll see the title there. You have the Thinline Quentel, and you can see the 2K Denmark font is right up top, right there. It's just really nice. This is the 95 text of the New American Standard. Now, originally when these were being rumored to be produced this time last year, there were several rumors that they might not make them, since at the time we were estimating that the new revision to the New American Standard Bible would be coming out in maybe 2018, late 2018, maybe 2019. Now that it's 2020, I think that's what prompted them to go ahead and produce this edition. It's very, very popular edition, and hopefully they'll make more thin lines of other translations as well. So you have your standard Quentel stuff. Okay, so if you like the Quentel, it's the exact same thing. You have all your same Quentel information in the front, the same Quentel layout, the same page for page. It's got pagination where the pages match up. Same 11-point font. The same references. Now, this paper is a 28 GSM paper. It's the same paper they use in the PSQ, and it is. I think the best thing I could say about it is that it is science. It is the proper application of science today. You have less ghosting in a 28 GSM paper because it's produced with better material, and the innovation and progression of the paper production has come so far that that this 28 GSM paper allows you to have a much more opaque paper, and and much better readability, much less ghosting, as opposed to like the 36 GSM, 38 GSM paper, or even it's a close comparison to the brick, the 45 GSM paper. So it's the readability is phenomenal on this edition. There's just not much ghosting. You can see right here in Judges where you have large sections where you can see the opposite page, and you can see the shadow. It's just not as much ghosting as you would expect from a paper this thin. And that 11-point font, the contrast between the red and the black is just incredible. It's just great. I've loved having this thing since I got it. Yesterday I got it in, and I've just looked forward to reviewing this and showing you guys this Bible. Now, one change in the back, with it being a thin line, you're not going to have the concordance that you're used to having in the Quentel. Now, you're going to have this lined paper. Now we get to the back of the edition. We're in Revelation. Let's get to the end of Revelation, where you typically have your concordance. There is no concordance, and it starts with the lined paper right here. Okay, so that's actually a blank page, and then you get to your lined paper here. I love having the lined paper. I rarely use it, but it is so cool to have it there in case you want to write something down. You're not having to write in the margins. I do not write much in the margins of my Bibles unless it's a Bible specifically meant for that, like a wide margin or a journaling Bible. So if I do have notes that I don't make in a notebook, I'll put them in the back like this. Then you have your Bible maps section, and I love the Bible maps. The Schuyler Bible maps might be my favorite, and they're on a thicker cardstock, but it's not glossy. It is basically the perfect Bible map paper. You have just some amazing maps back here. Very user-friendly. Now, granted, some of you have to turn this way to see the full map. So it might not be exactly user-friendly, but I'd much rather turn it this way and have a much larger map than have to squint and look at a smaller map. And you have a lot of maps. You have an index to the maps after the map section, and then you have your cardstock. You have several pages of cardstock in the back of the edition. And then you come to the end sheet with the nice thicker liner. You see the gilt lines, really nice. These are produced by Youngblood, printed and bound by Youngblood in the Netherlands. And I'm going to actually do a comparison video between this Bible and the Omega, that's also printed and bound by Youngblood in the Netherlands, and show you some big differences between the two, other than obviously the layout's going to be a little bit different, but mainly it's going to be cover comparisons and you know, some of the differences as far as ribbons and stuff. So but this Bible is maybe the best NASB all around that I've ever handled. It's really floppy, really nice. Probably the floppiest, one of the floppiest Bibles I've had from Schuyler. I still don't think it's as floppy as the PSQ. The PSQ is like water in your hand. It's smaller, so the floppiness is kind of diminished because your hand's so big, and the block is still it's just as thick as the Thinline, but it's floppy. It's really floppy. The Thinline Quentel is also really floppy. It's just really nice, but this cover's a little thicker, a little stiffer than the PSQ, but it's still an amazingly floppy Bible. So anyway, that is really all that I have to show you guys on this video. Now I am going to do, like I said, I'm going to do a comparison video with the Omega, kind of head to head. I don't have an Allen Silverline, or I have an Allen Reader, but not one of the newer ones with the much improved paper. Whenever I get an Allen Thinline, eventually I'd like to do a comparison video between those as well. Or I'm sorry, an Allen Reader, not an Allen Thinline. But anyway, hopefully this video is helpful for you guys, and let me know what you think in the comments. Also, be sure to be eligible for a giveaway every month. Just go check out my monthly giveaways. This month, the month of June, I have a NASB Thinline rebound by Francisco Guerrero, giving it away at the end of the month. So just be eligible for that thing. You'll be very pleased. So also, when you subscribe, you get notifications when I post new videos, Bible reviews, book reviews, tutorials, all that kind of stuff. So just be sure to be a subscriber so you're getting all that content. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. God bless.